It's the grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. I am seeing beyond the illusions. I am beholding truth. I am seeing beyond the illusions. I am beholding truth. Little flock, hard times will come. Struggles will come. Ups and downs will come. Storms will come. That's just a part of life here in this world of flesh. It has its ups and downs, and that's just the way it is. What do you do during the ups and downs? What do you do during the storm? Our natural inclination, of course, is to become fearful when the storm comes, or to get nervous, or simply just react to what we see, how it makes us feel when we see the storm, especially if it's a very tumultuous one. And these storms could be things like debt, loss of a loved one, homelessness, starvation, loneliness, embarrassment. It comes in many different ways, the storm does. But you know when it is a storm, indeed. The people around you may not know you're even in that storm at all. It's a personal thing. Each one of us is affected differently by the things that we experience and the things that we see. Y'all notice that? Some things may be considered light to one brother, while it's considered very heavy to another brother. So each one of us knows what the storm that affects us is, but it's what we do in the midst of the storm that counts. And in that moment, there's really only two choices that can be made. And that's either fear or love, lies or truth. That's it. It's not anything else. It's not anything else that you should be wondering about or struggling in your mind about. It's just fear and lies and truth and love. Choose this day life. You see? Fear and lies are indeed death and only bring death. And that is what the tempter wants to bring into your life. He wants to cause you to error so that you can start to get caught up in a storm, psychologically, mentally, in your inner world. He wants to cause a tumult there. And it's sin that causes the tumult. Error in what we have done. You see? That causes the tumult to come or to build, to grow. You see that? And it's nothing else. It's only some error or mishap that we have done, or that we have given a foothold to the devil in those moments. You see? And other times, it's just a test, like Job. You must be tested to see if you indeed live on the principles that you say you live on. You see? And so when those storms come, do you do the truthful, loving thing, which is what Yahusha did? Or do you do the fearful thing, which is what those other men on that boat did when they became afraid, thought that they were going to die? Just like it feels like when you're going through your tumult. But you won't die. You won't die. See, it requires faith to tell that storm, peace be still. And the storm is only done inside of you. It's not the circumstances. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. The circumstance that you're facing right now that's causing you to feel the anxiety, it's not the circumstance, it's the anxiety. The circumstance isn't real. So it's the anxiety you want to quell. That's the storm you are saying peace be still to. See, they say, what manner of man is this that even the wind and the waves obey him? But it wasn't the wind and the waves. It was himself that calmed the storm. No tumult in himself. So as within, so without. As a man thinketh, so is he. If a man thinks that he's safe, if he truly believes that in his heart, then he will be. If he believes he's at peace within, then his circumstances will indeed be. And because Yahusha was full of wisdom, he exposed that and showed that to those men on that boat. And it's the same thing that we must do, knowing that in truth there is no storm at all. There is no storm at all. It's me. It's how I decide to respond to what's thrown at me. And I've already been shown how to respond to it. That's how you show your faith. That's how we show it, with our works. Doing things that don't seem logical. If you are just, something happened and you ended up broke today, can't pay your rent, you can't pay your bills, and your mind is going to start to build a storm, which is going to cause your feelings to go into an uproar. That's not helpful to you. So if you remember that the outward is not real, but everything that's inside is what's real, or as Yahushua said, the kingdom of heaven is within you, then you start to control the inside and stop worrying about the outside. Y'all hear that? You stop being concerned with the bill, and you start being concerned with your vibration. Wait, this is my fault because that bill not being paid is causing me fear. Now, I would only have fear if the bill was not going to be paid. That means I don't have faith that it will be if I have fear. Because if I, watch this, if I had just got news that I had just came into some money and was able to pay my bill and still have a bunch of money left over, then would I be feeling fear? So then I'm proving right then that I allow my outward circumstances to determine how I feel on the inside, and that's bad to do that. See, that's the sin. That's the error. I'm worshiping an idol. And that's why it's so difficult for people to understand the truth of what Yahushua is truly saying to you when he says you can't serve God and mammon. People will read that and say they agree with it and then go right on serving their mammon. They're not happy unless their pocket is full of money. They're not happy unless their bills are paid. They're not happy unless they have a big smorgasbord of food to eat. They're not happy unless they have all the physical 3D things that they feel like they need. And then they'll be happy. Well, our master told us opposite. He told us opposite. He said, take no thought of material things. No thought. And so those ones that say they are truly following are doing it. And that's all it is to it. They're actually doing it. And I know that when I say these things, when I say stuff like walk away from Babylon, take your yoke off of iron off and walk away from Egypt, I know that sounds completely insane. I know it because y'all have been raised to believe that that's what gives you security. It's money. That's what y'all believe. But there's no way that the creator of all things subjected your happiness to a piece of paper. There's no way. And if you believe that, then you worship Mammon. You can't serve God and Mammon. You got to decide, do you serve the 3D or do you serve the unseen? Because if you serve the unseen, then when the storm comes, then you'll be serving the unseen. In that moment, you won't be serving the seen by saying, oh my God, what I see causes me to. See, what you see is not the cause of nothing. It is the effect. Oh man, can y'all hear me today, church? Can y'all hear me today? What you're seeing is the effect. So then if you're seeing a storm outside, then that means it's coming from a source of inside. Y'all see that there? Do you see it? It reacts to you. When it shows itself to you, do you feed it or do you starve it? That's all it is to it. Because fear needs to be fed in order to grow. And that's what it does. It puts a seed of doubt. And once that seed of doubt, uh-oh, I can't pay my bill, or uh-oh, I'm going to be late on my mortgage, or oh God, I won't be able to pay for my food, or that seed of doubt causes a bunch of extra fears to grow in you. So then if I don't do that, then this. And then if I don't do that, then this. That's what it does. It grows. But it needs you to believe the first seed. If you believe the first thought, then you're going to grow it. That's the way it is. So then we just don't believe the first thought. We know that everything in the 3D is a response. It is an effect of a cause. Something is causing it. Now, if you're a real wise person, you would say, well, let's deal with the cause, not the effect. That's stupid. And that's what they do in this world. And that's why the world has become stupid. Truly. They deal with the cause. Whatever they're dealing with the cause. They're not dealing with the effect. They're dealing with the effect, excuse me. They're not dealing with the cause. And that's what's causing the problem. You got a cough. Hey, take this cough syrup. Okay, but what about the cough? What's causing it? Oh, don't worry about what's causing it. Just take this until you stop coughing. Okay. You gain too much weight because you can't stop eating and you get too fat, and then they say, hey, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Just get this surgery and put this band around your stomach. That'll keep your diet, that'll keep your appetite right, and then you'll lose the weight. Oh boy. So you're not dealing with the gluttony. You're just saying, let's put a band around it so you can't overfeed yourself. No matter how much you want to, you can't. Okay, but how about we just make it where they don't want to? That's the real thing we need to deal with. Well, no, we don't want to deal with that. Okay, well, why? Because you'll be broke if we do? See, that's the thing about the world. If you do what Abiyah said, the world will be broke. Why do you think Egypt didn't want to let the children of Israel go? Why do you think that? I'm just asking y'all. Why do y'all think the Egyptians didn't want to let the children of Israel go if they hated the Israelites? Why didn't they want to let them go? Because they was making too much money off of them. That's why. If you have a business and you have a people from another nation come and work for your business for very low wages, and you make money and making product and making sales all over the earth because of these workers that you have, and then when those workers get the pay that you give them, they come back and give it right back to you. The biggest consumer is the Hebrew Israelite. This is a fact. Don't nobody buy Jordans like the Hebrew Israelite. Don't nobody buy Nike like the Hebrew Israelite. Don't nobody be buying all of this expensive ass shit like the Hebrew Israelite do. Don't nobody buy Cartier lenses like the Hebrew Israelite. Don't nobody rap about that kind of shit in music videos but the Hebrew Israelite. The biggest consumer on earth. That's why Egypt don't want to let you go. That's why America don't want to let you go. They make too much money off of you. Would there be any NBA if there weren't any Israelites? Would there be any NFL if there weren't any Israelites? Would there be anything that you guys love if there wasn't any Israelites? You see what I'm trying to explain to you? So once you know that, then you stop being concerned if their world isn't to your liking. It's not your world. It shouldn't be. So while you're trying to get all up in it, or as Yahusha said, you're seeking to save your life, you're going to lose it. But he who give up his life for the truth's sake shall find it. So in that moment where my fleshly self wants to get involved, which is just fear. Oh man, you're not going to be able to pay your bills, man. What are you going to do? You ain't got no money in your pocket, man. What are you going to do? He dies. I don't have to do anything. See how the fear goes away? It ain't my position to be doing nothing. I ain't got nothing I got to do. Abba does the doing. I just tell him what I want him to do. Peace be still. Then it happens. Y'all see that? So, fear don't serve. So when you feel fear, immediately know it ain't serving you. It's just the devil trying to create some lie in your life so that he can get the manifestation, so that you can get more afraid and that he can get more glory from you. Because that's serving him, fear. Everything this nigga do is fear. And when you're in fear, you're so concerned with what's going on around you, you can't focus on yourself. Now let's see if that's true. That serpent, that old devil, came to Eve in the garden. Why are you talking to Eve if you're so glorious and magnificent? Why in the hell do you care what Abba Yah is doing with his creation over here? Because you're afraid. That's why. You're afraid of what they will be. What they were created for. You see? So all he does is work on you with his little 3D shenanigans. And all of those things that you get scared about are things that Yahusha told you take no thought about. So imagine that there. Think about that for a minute. Yahusha said, the stuff that niggas is stressing about, don't even take no thought about it, he said. Y'all hear that? And see, our nature is to think about it. That's why I constantly remind you guys not to. See, because I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not telling you these things because this is my ideals. This is what the master told us. Remember when he told those men, don't take a script for your journey. Don't take a purse. Now hold on a minute. You're telling me don't take no money when I go on this journey? Well, how in the hell am I going to this and how am I going to this? Take no thought. That's how. By taking no thought. Damn. So simple, ain't it? So simple. See, if money was so important, then why did Yahusha treat it the way that he did? Why y'all think he did that? If money was the ultimate thing, why did he say it is hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven? And the kingdom of heaven is within. So in other words, what he's saying is it is hard for a rich man to focus on his inner life because he's too busy focused on bills and money and making money in the stock market and the 3D world outside of himself. He can't focus on the inner life. That's what he's telling you. He cannot do it. In order for him to focus on his inner life, he would have to stop chasing mammon. He can't do it. And since he can't, then he can enter into the kingdom. And that's why those men said, well, then who the hell can be saved? See? Who can be saved if everybody in the world is chasing money so that they can pay their bills and get a house and get a family and take care of a woman? You have to have money to do that. So who the hell can be saved? He said, with men, this is impossible. Did y'all hear that today or what? It's impossible to quit the 3D life. Abba Yah has to do it by grace. He has to pull you out of it by grace. That is the only way you will see what I'm telling you is indeed true. Is Abba Yah has to liberate you from it. That's it. That's it. Few shall find that it's giving the worldly life up. It's only a few that's willing to do that. Why? Because it will cost you your wife. If you're a man and you give up your daily sacrifice, which is going to work every day, and you can't provide for her, she will leave you. And that's why you're afraid to quit. You have children, you won't be able to provide for them, and that's why you don't stop working. And you think you're doing the right thing by doing that. You think that that God will bless you. That's the way it is. You don't think it's giving your life up. You don't think that's what it is. You think you are giving your life up. I give up my life every day to go to that job. I sacrifice my life every day to provide for my family. You see? Do you see? But yet you do everything the master told you not to do. You take thought of all the things he told you not to take thought of. You see? And so those ones that were called out from the world, how will they be living? What will be the telltale sign? The fact that they're telling you that they live on faith. They don't live by sight anymore. They live by faith. That's how you'll be able to tell. You see that? That's how you'll be able to tell. It won't be hard. It won't be a struggle or anything. You just say, okay, well, who's living on faith and taking no thought? Because those are the ones doing what Christ actually said to do. Can this be denied, y'all? I know it's hard to do it. I know. Because that's just an illusion of fear. See? That's all it is. Let's go to Luke. Luke chapter 10. Let's go to Luke chapter 10. I'll give y'all a second to get there. All right. Luke chapter 10, start at verse 1. And after these things, the Lord appointed appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face into every city and place whither he himself would come. So he had 70 men that he appointed, and he sent them out 2 by 2. And let's see what he says to the ones that he sent. Now he appointed them, which means he has selected them out of the world, right? Okay. Therefore said he unto them, listen to what he's going to say to them. The harvest truly is great. It's a lot of work to do, brothers. But the laborers are few. But it's only a few of us that are actually working. See? So there's only a few that have given up their daily life in the world and are taking no thought of what they'll eat, drink, or what they'll put on, or what they'll wear. They're literally living like that now. There's only a few of them, he said. He says, pray you therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. He says that he would give y'all some teammates. Pray that Abba Yah give y'all some helpers to help y'all. 3, go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lambs among wolves. So when he took us out of the world and translated us, see, we died and got a new life in Christ. He sent us back into the world as lambs among wolves. Listen to what he says. 4, carry neither purse. Listen at this. So don't take a wallet with you, nor scrip, nor shoes, and salute no man by the way. See this? Stay private off to yourself. Y'all see this? What's a scrip? A scrip is a provisional certificate of money subscribed to a bank or company, entitling the holder to a formal certificate of dividends. A certificate entitling the holder to acquire possession of certain portions of public land, paper money in amounts of less than $1. So what is he saying to them? Don't take no money. Don't take no wallet. Y'all see that? Don't take it. So if it's about chasing money and getting money, why would he tell the ones that he sent not to? Skeet dee 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 dee. Salute no man by the way, and in whatsoever house you enter, first say, Peace be to this house. And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it. If not, it shall turn again unto you. Your peace, see? And in the same house remain, eating and drinking such things as they give, for the laborer is worthy of his hire. Go not from house to house. You see this? It says a laborer is worthy of his hire. The laborers that are working for the harvest, trying to collect the saints, bring them back to the fold, they're worthy to eat and drink. See, that's their hire. That's their wages for their labor, see? In whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, The kingdom of El is come nigh unto you. See? But in whatsoever city you enter, and they receive you not, go your ways out into the streets of the same, and say, Even the very dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, be you sure of this, that the kingdom of El is come nigh unto you. But I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable in the day of Sodom than for that city. You see that? You see that? 16. He that heareth you, us the elect, see, hears me. So how do I know whether you love Yahusha or not? Because you'll love the words that I'm telling you, because they come from Yahusha. If you love Yahusha, you'll love hearing me, because I'm only telling you Yahusha's words. If you hate Yahusha, then you'll hate me. That's how I know you don't love Yahusha. See? Because you hate me. And he that despises you despises me. See? And he that despises me despises him that sent me. Look at this. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. You read that in the Hebrew. What does that say? I beheld Satan as Barak Obama in the Hebrew. Lightning falling from heaven in Hebrew, Aramaic, is Barak Obama. Isn't that interesting? I beheld Satan as Barack Obama. Ain't that interesting, y'all? I'm just telling you the truth. 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. So, did he give us power to only walk on some of the power of the enemy? Or did he give us power to trample over all the power of the enemy? And nothing shall by any means hurt you. Do you believe that today, elect? So whatever little crafty little trick they try on you, the shit ain't going to work. It's going to backfire on them niggas' heads until they are burnt up and consumed into a cinder. Y'all see that? Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Thank you. That's why you got to be happy every single day. Don't matter what the hell is going on here, man. Remember that. Wait on Abba Yah. Wait on the Lord, man. Wait on him. He got you and he loved you. He ain't going to let nothing happen to you. He just told you I gave you power over all that shit. Do you believe it? Because I sure in the hell do. Watch this. 21. In that hour, Yahusha rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank you, O Abba Yah, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Abba, for so it seemed good in thy sight. See? You see? So all you gotta do is keep your eyes on Yahusha today. When the fear come, give him Yahusha's words. When the fearful thought comes, let's say it's about what you'll eat. I'm hungry, I don't have any food. Take no thought of that. Actually do what he says. See? It's always going to come back to his word, because he is the word. Silawam Israel.